Hi, welcome back. What we'll be talking about today is access methodologies. We'll be focusing more on filtering and scanning. So these are my outlines. If you see the bullet points, they're kind of different. Mapping a network. If you're mapping a network before you even start mapping a network, you need to consider uh, so many things should be put into consideration. Talk about first and foremost the scope of what you want to do. What uh what is the value of your penetration testing? What value is it going to bring to the organization, especially when it's a financial organization or a telecommunication organization? You need to fine tune and have a roundtable discussion. What are your rules of engagement? Are you being provided with a VPN? What one methodology or what scope are you going to engage with? Is it a black box that you have no knowledge of your system, or a gray box that you have a little knowledge of the system you're trying to pen test? Or do you have a full knowledge, like a white box, so to say? You need to sit down, discuss, understand what your client needs and what you will be needing to perform your obligation as a penetration tester. So what is the purpose? Why are we doing this? You need to find through why we are doing this. Why we want to pen test a system, a network for an organization. Maybe the purpose literally is you want to identify the operating system on the network. Maybe they're outdated, you need to know if they need to be upgraded. Identify the services, but you want to identify basically vulnerabilities in some ports. So what are the purpose? What is the primary purpose of performing this penetration test? You need to put that into consideration. So then the process of what you want to do. Because if you don't understand the process and what step you need to take, you might be missing so many things up. You know why? Because when you're pen testing, we talked about reconnaissance. Does not mean you perform reconnaissance as a first procedure or your first step. Does not mean you're not going to perform reconnaissance again as the penetration exercise, the penetration testing exercise keeps going. So you need to understand the process, your tactics, your techniques of engagement. Do you need, if it's a physical environment, are you starting from being testing from the physical, physical areas, like you want to know, can you test the access control? Is it possible for you to act for an access control of that organization and get in without the authorized pass or passcard or whatsoever it is? You want to test the physical security. Are the CCTV working? Can they capture motions? Are the motion detectors working? You need to understand those processes. And then sniffing, you want to sniff the network. You want to know um, packets on the network, IP addresses, information. So we'll be talking about Wireshark and other method as we move on this in this video. So talk about ARP, address resolution protocol. What it does basically is it maps the IP address to a MAC address. So if we go to our Wireshark now, which I will be doing soon, you see a IP address asking who is supposed to MAC address, tell host address. We'll be seeing all this in the practical aspect. So that is what ARP does primarily. You map your IP to your MAC address. Your IP address is useless without a MAC address. What if I am 10.0.2.1, just a random IP address? It does not really make sense. And what MAC address? What MAC address is 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 related to it? This is okay. If I am IP, yeah. If I am IP, am I going to like a two like an MFA? If you see my hand in the dark, will you say I am the one? No, you might not be sure. So ARP will now do this. We now go and pick the MAC address of this of the system and say, okay, yes, this IP address belongs to this MAC address. Okay, it maps it. Then send it to the one asking. I'm asking you, what is your name? Are you doing have this shirt? The IP then sends. Basically, that's what it does. So what about uh, ICMP, which is known to be Internet Control Message Protocol? What it does basically it allows it to diagnose a network connectivity issue. It is on OSI layer 3 because we have the OSI layer maybe with in a subsequent video we'll talk about the OSI models, the application layer section, network layer, and so on. So if we know it's sending a data so quickly that the other nodes that are receiving a buffer flood, the one receiving that flood, we send an ICMP source quench message to slow down the data transmission from sending the node. So that is how it works. It we'll see everything if I put on my chat now. I just want to explain and make us understand where we're coming from, the process, and where we're going to. So the user datagram protocol and the transmission control protocol. Their protocol they correspond to layer 4 of the OSI model and carries majority of traffic in today's network. So one is connectionless and one is connection. The UDP is connectionless. It does not need to send a connection message to request this is how UDP works. This is a node, this is another node. Send message without confirming the connection. But what TCP does is we call it a three-way handshake. Performs a three-way handshake to establish connection. So it is not, this is TCP, don't mind my diagram. You want to connect to another, do you want to connect with another to the server, as the case may be. So you send message like, hello, how are you? That is SYN. We call it SYN. Then send message. To perform a client send packet, it said send a random number A. So if the server is going to respond that hello, how are you? You send a hello message and say hello, how are you? That is A plus one, like the header that is saying how are you? Okay, I'm here. Then it sends another. Then it sends another message back, and that is the final message back to the server to receive acknowledgement to say hello, connection successful. You're welcome. You have won an award. So just it's not changed like B plus one. The connection is successful. So that is how the three-way handshake works from hello to our hello, how are you? I'm available. Then back to accepting to sending request back to the server, the three-way handshake, and it goes that way. So let's move forward so quickly. So these are the tools you will engage in. We might not be able to use all, but we'll be able to try and talk about everything. These are our scope. So let's go to the practical aspect. So now I want to map a network. I want to perform a pen test. I want to understand how my network works. What do I do? What should I go about? Let's do IP option A. You need to know the network interface on this device. This is the virtual machine Kali Linux. So this is my IP address. What are the hosts? You want to know want to understand the host on this network. You want to mark the IP to the MAC address with the ARP scan. Sorry, you know why it's giving error? Because I pick my network card as an option. It should not come as an option. There it is. And the option of I like this. See, these are the little things you encounter when you're new to performing some stuff. These are the things you need to be very careful of. So they say I'm not permitted because I'm not using this field. That is why. And don't forget that understand that Linux is case sensitive. So see, these are the devices on my network. Did you see the MAC address? Maps the MAC address basically to the IP 1.1.16.148. Yes. So let's move forward. What do we say about Wireshark again? Wireshark is used to monitor traffic basically. So we want to have information of what's going behind the scene of our network. What is going on behind the scene of our network? Wireshark it is pre-installed on your Kali and you can decide to update. So you see the TCP protocol. Those are ARP. This UTDC. Let me stop it for now. This is the destination. It's telling us is an RY router. Then ARP is telling us the protocol that we use. This, we are seeing MDNS a whole lot of protocol that we might not touch today. So let us do a, let me open another terminal. Yes. Let us do a trace route to sorry, don't mind my spelling, to google.com and see what happens on our on our on our Wireshark. Let's see what happens. .com. Let's go. Let's quickly go back to Wireshark and see what's going on. Oh, we did not capture. Continue with that saving. So I need to retry that again. So that is going to capture it and we'll see it live and direct. Did you see? Did you see? You see, I captured the ICMP, the Internet Control Message Protocol. You see what happens? This is our source IP, the destination IP. So the it's going to is trying to resolve this connection, these two nodes, then the 70 destination. You see, so if you do an Nmap scan, Prevention will perform an Nmap scan. Don't mind me, this is just for educational purpose. Whatever IP address or URL you are seeing is for educational purpose. Did you see TCP? Can you see the difference from ICMP we've seen earlier? Telling us ports that are open. Then now see, did you see it? All these things, did you see it is not showing here, but our Wireshark will monitor the traffic to the last letter. So TCP protocol. You know, we have TCP port 80, 43, 80, and is everything are open. So did you see how Wireshark monitored this process? Let's do follow TCP stream. We did not have any information here. Over time, we'll talk more about how Wireshark works. But now you can see how it monitors traffic from doing Nmap scan and performing a trace route to google.com. See how ICMP and TCP protocols are being displayed, monitored using Wireshark. Wireshark can monitor so many things. If you are careful, if you are not careful enough, you put in unencrypted information, and someone is able to monitor it through Wireshark and get the password, get that information that has gone through the internet, that has gone through the traffic, and it picks your login, and that's the end. It is easy as that. That's how you encrypt communications. So let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let's talk about the ARP scan. I think we've done that. Yes. The ping. Basically, the ping is like when you're in an empty room and you want to shout, hello, hello, hello. What are you receiving? You're receiving an echo. So it's like I'm sending a message out and I'm receiving a response. If it's not reachable, I will not receive a response. So did you see? Receiving a response, and that is what ping does. You want to know if this host is reachable, is is on. And we have another one as fping. Fping, why we are doing all these things is we have to use different methods to gather our informations. Yeah. So fping can basically ping multiple IP address at the same time. You can use it to perform multiple addresses. Let me let me end our Wireshark. So you can do ERP scan like this and monitor monitor your, yeah, sorry for the breaking transmission. We've talked about ping, ERP scan, fping, yes, Wireshark. So we're saying that you can use ERP scan to 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 map your IP to the networks on it. So let's move forward. I don't want to waste so much time on that. We have a video, a previous video that talked about nmap, but we'll just do a little bit today of nmap. So this is, oh, sorry, this is a lab, but I think it's closed now. So I need to use my Kali. So if we want to perform an nmap scan, you want to know like what we did the other time. Want to know the host is up, or I want to combine informations. Let's see. We want to know the UDP ports that are open on this. You can use URL. You can use your IP address. Want to know UDP port that are open. We can specify the ports that we need. We can do a whole lot of um, detection using nmap. So as when it keeps loading because of time, let's go back. Zenmap to also perform a function like nmap, but because of space, we don't have it stored at the moment. But it is easy to understand. You could just like what nmap will do for you, map your network, give you open ports, give you services running on these ports. I check our previous video and how we use nmap to perform all these functions. These informations are very vital when it comes to penetration testing. Yeah, I don't want to spend much time on nmap now. So, when you have the IP, the IP address of your network. Yes. Did you see? We have only we have only one port and it is closed on the UDP. So what you want to do an aggressive scan, option of A. So you are not, the IP address of your target or the URL as the case may be. You need to understand the services running on them. You need to know the best practices on how to engage these these target systems. So those are those are the things we need to note. Now, Wireshark is can never be emphasized. You monitor your traffic, you understand what's happening, you you could check through if there is some sort of unknown IP on your network, can go through and check through whatsoever it is with Wireshark. Let me check in again. You can see so many informations. You see HTTP servers keep giving us information of what is happening on our network. You need to pay attention to this consistently to be able to understand what is happening. These are the protocols. You have TCP, HTTP. Now you see informations. You see the server. So definitely we can say that the Nmap we are scanning is going through a Cloudflare server. You see information. All these informations are very necessary when it comes to penetration testing. This is the router that I use. This is source and this is MAC address. Give us information, arrival time elapsed, everything. Everything is being labeled. All these informations are so much necessary. So put it in mind, understand how wire shark works. Perform a area scan, know your IP, perform an Nmap scan. Did you see? We did an aggressive scan. Let me bring it close. We did an aggressive scan. See informations coming in on our aggressive scan. The port 8 is open through, but it's using a proxy, a Cloudflare proxy. So did you see? So this website, so to say, is sitting on a firewall. Those are informations Nmap will likely to give you. It might not give you accurate information. You try so many methods, scripting, Zmap, Qualys, so many web methods you can use to check intro. So those are the response time, the IP of all of the IPs on the network, on the URL. So is running a Cloudflare, everything, information, where service perform. So a whole lot, so wide. You need to put this into constant practice for you to be able to master them, to be able to get them together. As a penetration tester, you need to keep pushing, keep going. and until you achieve your result, until you get your result. I would also put them in a report, in a detailed report, so that your client is going to know where you're coming from and where you're going to. Send them reports on what have you discovered, what is the way forward, and recommend um, to them the best practices to keep their network safe if you have found a vulnerability, or how to mitigate so many things, patch